Hello everyone. Today's reading is from homily number 7 by John Chrysostom, St. John Chrysostom, on St. Paul's letter to the Philippians, and I'm reading from the section on verses 9 through 11. And the reading begins as follows. Let us believe to his glory, let us live to his glory, for one is no use without the other. When we glorify him rightly but live not rightly, then do we especially insult him, because we are enrolled under him as a master and teacher, and yet despise him, and stand in no dread of that fearful judgment seat. It is no wonder that the heathen live impurely. This merits not such condemnation. But that Christians who partake in such great mysteries, who enjoy so great glory, that they should live thus impurely, this is worst of all and unbearable. For tell me, he was obedient to the uttermost, wherefore he received the honor which is on high. He became a servant, wherefore he is Lord of all, both of angels and of all other. Let us too not suppose then that we descend from what is our due when we humble ourselves, for thus may we be more highly exalted, and with reason. Then do we especially become admirable. For that the lofty man is really low, and that the lowly man is exalted, the sentence of Christ sufficiently declares. Let us, however, examine the matter itself. What is it to be humbled? Is it not to be blamed, to be accused and calumniated? What is it to be exalted? It is to be honored, to be praised, to be glorified. Well, let us see how the matter is. Satan was an angel, he exalted himself. What then? Was he not humbled beyond all other? Has he not the earth as his place? Is he not condemned and accused by all? Paul was a man and humbled himself. What then? Is he not admired? Is he not praised? Is he not lauded? Is he not the friend of Christ? Wrought he not greater things than Christ? Did he not ofttimes command the devil as a captive slave? Did he not carry him about as an executioner? Did he not hold him up to scorn? Held he not his head bruised under his feet? Did he not with much boldness beg of God that others too might do the same? Why am I saying? Absalom exalted himself. David humbled himself. Which of the twain was raised up? Which became glorious? For what could be a more evident proof of humility than these words, which that blessed prophet spoke of Shimei? Let him curse, for the Lord hath bidden him. And if you please, we will examine the very cases themselves. The publican humbled himself, although the case can hardly be called humility. But how? He answered in a right-minded manner. The Pharisee exalted himself. What then? Let us also examine the matters, that there be two men, both rich and highly honored and elevated by wisdom and power, and other worldly advantages. Then let one of them seek honor from all. Let him be angry if he receive it not. Let him require more than is due, and exalt himself. Let the other despise the whole matter, bear himself unkindly towards no one on this account, and evade honor when offered to him. For it is not possible to obtain glory any other way than by fleeing from glory. For as long as we pursue it, it flies from us. But when we flee from it, then it pursues us. If thou wouldest be glorious, do not desire glory. If thou wouldest be lofty, do not make thyself lofty. And further, all honor him who does not grasp at honor, but spurn him who seeks it. For the human race somehow or other is fond of contention, and leans to contrary feeling. Let us therefore despise glory, for thus we shall be enabled to become lowly, or rather to become exalted. And that is the end of the reading. May glory be to God for all things.